Well, Diddy, seems like you really not like us after all. TMZ did a breaking news story last night that Diddy got arrested, and he was supposed to be arrested sometime today, but they end up having to move this a whole day later. And this headline reads that Diddy got indicted on sex trafficking, racketeering, kidnapping charges. Sean Diddy Combs is now a criminal defendant in a sex trafficking, racketeering, and kidnapping case after a grand jury indicted him, this according to official documents. Diddy has been charged with 3 counts: racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, fraud or coercion, and transportation to engage in prostitution. According to the indictment from 2008 to the present, members of the Combs enterprise allegedly engaged in sex trafficking, forced labor, interstate transportation for purposes of prostitution, coercion, and enticement to engage in prostitution, narcotics offenses, kidnapping, arson, robbery, and obstruction of justice. According to the indictment, the purpose of the Combs enterprise was to operate a global business in the media, entertainment, and lifestyle industries. The purpose also includes preserving Diddy's power and fulfilling his personal desires, especially in relation to his sexual gratification, including the exploitation of women and their use of commercial sex workers. The indictment mentions the now famous freak-off parties, calling them elaborate and produced sex performances that Combs arranged, directed, and often electronically recorded. The indictment alleged Combs lured women into his orbit under the pretense of a romantic relationship and then used force, threats of force, and coercion to cause victims to engage in extended sex acts with male commercial sex workers. After the freak-offs, Combs and the victims typically received IV fluids to recover from the physical exertion and drug use. The indictment does not include details on the kidnapping allegations other than they occurred in California, as did arson and bribery. As for the drug charges, they allegedly involved the intent to distribute narcotics, including cocaine, oxycodone, Xanax, GHB, the date rape drug, MDMA, and ketamine. The indictment references was seized during the raids at Diddy's homes in Beverly Hills and Miami. Various freak-off supplies, including narcotics and more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. They also seized firearms, including 3 AR-15s with the face serial numbers and a drum magazine. The indictment also includes allegations of violence against women. He's alleged to have assaulted women by striking, punching, dragging, throwing objects at, kicking them. It references a March 2016 incident at an LA hotel captured on video, and this is clearly referencing the Cassie incident. There's more. Prosecutors say in late 2023, following public allegations of the crimes, Combs and his associates would pressure victims and witnesses, including through attempted bribery, to stay silent. If convicted on all counts, Diddy faces decades in prison. Yeah, after reading all that, Diddy is cooked. I can't see how he can, come out of this unscathed. Now, I do have a theory about this whole thing. Now, mind you, I don't know shit, but what if this has something to do with the decision that was made for the Super Bowl halftime show? And this could be Jay-Z's way of apologizing in a sense. And what do I mean by that? I mean, what if Jay-Z is the reason why Diddy is getting slammed right now? In the sense of he went out, got private investigators to do an investigation on Diddy to dig up evidence, enough evidence for them to conduct the raid they did earlier this year, and to indict him yesterday and even read the charges to him in court. And he could try to use that as a way to say, I'm sorry for not selecting Wayne to perform at the halftime show. It would show some type of admission of guilt if what I'm saying is true. Now, mind you, I don't know shit. I'm just speculating. The only reason why I'm speculating these two things and how they got everything to do with one another is the timing of it all. Especially of somebody doing an interview saying Jay-Z is the one who's in charge of making the decisions. And what better way to get the heat off of him than to get somebody to do an investigation on Diddy and get his ass thrown away? Because if you think about it too, when was the last time you've seen Diddy and Jay-Z together? It's been a while, hasn't it? Like, if they've been together, spotted out, taking a pic, ever since this whole thing started, we would have been known about that. Ever since we started hearing stories about Diddy and the video that came out of what he did to Cassie, it makes you wonder how good of a reason that is to say, you know what, I ain't gonna fuck with Diddy no more. Like, he ain't my friend. I don't fuck with him no more. Because if they were still friends, I'm pretty sure that we would have been seeing them spotted out in public by now, at least. And I also could see people say, well, if that is the case, then Jay-Z backstabbed one of his best friends to get him locked up. I mean, if one of your best friends is a weirdo, you would do the same. Fuck all that loyalty shit. Loyalty goes out the window when you're a weirdo. But nevertheless, I think Diddy's career is outright over. I think every friend that he has had in the past, they ain't gonna have shit to do with him now. As crazy as it is, he's already lost a bunch of sponsorships. And now that this come out, he's gonna lose even more. But it kind of paints a picture of like how weird people truly are, and they tend to hide it for years and years until they get super rich to where they're like, you know what, let me really express myself, the real me, and just be out here doing some weirdo shit. Let me know what y'all think about this crazy mess in the comments below. Till next time, I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.